Hi there, this is Rebecca. Welcome to Truth or Tuesday. This is Inner Power Training. Have you ever known that something was real or was going to happen without any logic or reason based on it? And then, sure enough, you were right? Have you ever had that happen to you? That's your intuition. Intuition is your inner knowing. We all have this gift of intuition. And when you quiet your mind, you will hear this inner voice many times that guides you toward truth, toward clarity, and toward alignment so that you're living in flow. There's nothing better than living in flow where everything just kind of lines up perfectly. You're at peace. You know that everything's going to work out beautifully because you are living in flow. That's your intuitive self that is kicking in to guide you. And that's why it matters because you'll make better decisions if you rely on your intuition. It's a known fact that intuition is more accurate than your intellect. They've done studies at universities like Harvard on consciousness, and it's a known fact that people who are highly intuitive are more gifted, as we want to call them gifted. We're all capable of it, but some people just activate it better than others. It's like any talent. Some people play the piano better than others or dance better than others. Well, there are very, very intuitive people who can see things and feel things better than others because they're very empathic. And it does matter because if you're highly intuitive and you develop it like a muscle, you will find that you will become more aligned in your life. You'll get rid of your stress and your anxiety because you'll be able to rely on your intuition to guide you. I used it so many times in my flying career. I had to make sure I was on time for flights, connecting flights. I had to interact with pilots and passengers and other crew members. And I had to make sure that, I could get to the hotels and travel in foreign countries. And many times it was because my intuition kicked in and I would just listen to what I was supposed to do. And even though there was a little upset, as there can be, as you know, in traveling, things would always work out. They will always work out if you're using your intuition, your inner guidance, because you'll get a gut feeling. You'll just know what you're supposed to do next or what you're not supposed to do. If you get a gut feeling that is telling you to go in a different direction, listen to it because your body knows many times what you're dealing with. You know how you meet someone and first impressions are always important because sometimes you don't feel so good when you meet that person and you find out later you should have listened because you have a bad experience, or you feel really good about someone. You're on the same page. You're in flow with each other. That's your intuition telling you you're aligned with this person and you can have a wonderful relationship. Dreams and symbols are part of our intuitive makeup. Many times we can ask our higher self as we're falling asleep the answer to a problem that we might be dealing with, and all of a sudden we'll either have a dream or we'll get an inspiration when we wake up in the morning. You never know how it's going to come to you. You might pick up a book that gives you the answer or have a conversation. That's your intuition guiding you to the right situation to give you that answer to what it is that you're asking about. So remember to ask so that you can receive. If you're just going along in a trance and you're not specifically asking the answer to questions that you have, you won't get any answers because you won't even see them when they show up. But if you focus in on what you need to know, you will get the answers intuitively. And it's not magic. It really isn't. We all have intuition. We call it the sixth sense. We call it the inner GPS, the guidance system, or divine guidance. The more you spiritualize your thought and go to that realm where there are no problems, only solutions, that level of consciousness, which we call the Christ consciousness, you will know exactly what to do or what to say when you need to. You will always be tuned in. Spiritualize your thought every day so that you can get that divine guidance and it will just kick in automatically. I've told you before how I was protected when I had a car accident, totaled my car and walked away without even cracking a bone, even though I broke the windshield with my head and everything. I had protection. So, how do we develop this divine guidance and this intuition? Learn to meditate. It's not hard. I have a meditation video on YouTube that you can go listen to. It's the long relax. And when you learn to just close your eyes, relax your body, and relax your mind, and go within, you are meditating. Now, you can do passive meditation where you just calm yourself down and maybe watch your breathing. Or you can do active meditation where you go within and you ask for solutions, or you reprogram your subconscious mind so that you're working on yourself in a positive way. Then your intuition can guide you to what you need to attract into your life in order to get to the next level and become the better version of yourself. But remember to listen to your body. Your body knows intuitively if it's a situation that you need to get away from. Maybe your hair will stand on end on your arms, or you'll get goosebumps. Maybe you'll get a tightness in your stomach, um, shortness of breath. You can feel it in your chest. There's all kinds of ways when you're in trouble that you can feel intuitively that you need to do something. Or you might feel really uplifted, exhilarated, wonderful in this environment or this connection that you've made. That's intuitively telling you it's good. It's a good thing for you to do or think about. You should be enthusiastic about the things that you're planning to do every day. That way, your life becomes better and better. If it makes you feel awful, try to figure out how you can stop going in that direction and go in the direction of what makes you feel good. And your intuition will guide you to the right situations and the right people. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. But it's important to notice how your body feels. If you're thinking about doing something that you haven't done before, taking a vacation or changing careers or going somewhere, rehearse it in your mind, in your imagination, and then see how your body reacts when you're feeling like you're already doing it. Do you get tightness and feel conflicted, or do you feel at ease and exhilarated and uplifted when you think about doing this thing? That's important because the way it makes you feel is everything. You want to move constantly in a positive direction. Granted, things come up in life that we have to deal with, but you want to know something? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to see perfection, change your perception. Follow your hunches. We all get these hunches. I think I need to call this person. I think I need to go to this place. Do it. See what happens. Hunches are good. They're guiding you to the right person or situation that you need to connect with. So, intuition can be used, number one, to make better decisions. Number two, for creativity. As I said before, thinkers, musicians, artists, inventors, writers, they all use their intuition to create into the 3D world. It can be used for safety. Follow your gut when you get an intuitive feeling. Maybe you shouldn't drive in that direction. You should take another route. You just feel strongly about it. I did that during 9/11. I was a Boston-based flight attendant who went and changed my bid for September of 2001, and I had already bid Flight 175. I was number one in Boston. I went and changed my bid, and that was a horrific situation. But I really feel like my intuitive self, my higher self, guided me because I had gotten rid of my fear of flying many, many years before that, because I always felt from seeing what I'd seen in my own personal life experience, if you listen to your intuition, you're safe, you're guided. You don't have to really worry about accidents. You no longer live under the law of accident when you are intuitive and you find out what your life purpose is, because it will guide you to the next step and the next step. I've told you before, I've heard this male voice. It told me when I was leaving New York, I moved to Boston, bought a condo, got more deeply into my spiritual path. And then it told me to go work in Boston at a church. I did, got even more deeply into my spiritual path. It guided me to buy a book in a bookstore in Rhode Island after I surrendered. And sure enough, I became a Silva Ultramind trainer, did that for 5 years. So this is the deal. If you use your intuition, you will be guided step by step. It's like a muscle. You need to exercise your intuition to make it work for you. So work on it every day. Use your intuition, your inner guidance, read the books, take the workshops, study the course. It's a fabulous, fabulous way to live because it makes life so much more interesting. Go to my website, rebeccatripp.com, and you'll be able to see some of the books I've written about manifesting and metaphysics, because I love studying it, teaching it, and sharing it with other people.